Hip-hop woke up to pure tension in the air. Not album teasers, not sneak disses, straight legal smoke mixed with subtle shade. And the name at the center of it is none other than J.Cole. They whispered it was fall-off season. Social media comedians had their memes lined up. But somehow, the energy flipped. Overnight. Now insiders are calling it something entirely different. Clapback season. Because while the internet kept debating verses, streams, and legacy rankings, something much bigger was unfolding behind the scenes. And it involves Cameron, courtroom paperwork, and a response that has fans clutching their timelines. This story is layered, and the deeper it goes, the uglier it gets. Stick around, because by the time this unfolds, somebody's reputation is walking out bruised. Sources close to the culture say this didn't exactly come out of nowhere. J.Cole has always carried that quiet assassin aura, calm demeanor, hoodie energy, thoughtful bars. But longtime fans know there's another side. The surgical responder who waits, calculates, then strikes. Remember how he handled criticism around 7-Minute Drill? The internet exploded with opinions. Think pieces everywhere. Some loved it, others trashed it. But Cole? Silent. Observing that silence is important. Because historically, Cole doesn't react emotionally. He reacts strategically. And recently, observers started noticing a pattern. First, tension with smaller artists. Subtle lyrical jabs. Then industry murmurs. Now, a full-blown legal dispute with a certified hip-hop legend. That escalation isn't random. That's pressure building. Let's talk about Cameron for a moment. Dipset General, Harlem royalty, one of the most charismatic personalities hip-hop has ever seen. Cameron isn't just a rapper, he's entertainment embodied. Slick talk, comedy, business instincts sharper than people give credit for. And according to Cameron's version of events, this whole situation boils down to something deceptively simple. A handshake agreement. Cameron claims favors were exchanged, verses delivered, professional courtesy extended. And in return, a promise allegedly made by Cole. Now here's where things get spicy. Cameron paints the picture of repeated assurances. Words given multiple times. Dates floated. Expectations set. But instead of delivery, delay. Postponement. More delay. Hip-hop veterans watching this unfold started raising eyebrows. Because in this culture, your word still holds weight. Or at least it's supposed to. Industry insiders often debate this topic. In hip-hop, verbal agreements are practically tradition. Deals made in studios. Business handled through conversations, not contracts. Relationships built on trust, not paperwork. But here's the catch. Legally, that gets tricky. Some jurisdictions recognize verbal commitments under certain conditions. Others don't. And proving intent becomes a nightmare unless there's documented communication. Text messages, emails, recorded conversations, receipts, which brings us to the central tension. Cam says promises were made. Cole's legal response says, not exactly. And that gap, that's where careers start sweating. When news of the dispute first surfaced, social media detectives had one dominant theory. This is all promo. Hip-hop fans have been conditioned for this. Manufacture drama, fake beefs, carefully staged controversies designed to build hype. It happens constantly. Album rollouts disguised as tension. Collaborations hidden behind staged rivalries. So naturally, people assumed this was marketing genius. But then reality stepped in wearing a suit and carrying legal documents. Because lawsuits aren't exactly rollout accessories. Real attorneys cost real money. Court filings create real consequences. And suddenly, that promo stunt narrative started looking shaky. Very shaky. Now here's where the temperature spikes. Cole's legal team responded, and insiders described the tone as icy with a hint of savage. According to the defense, Cameron appeared on the song voluntarily. No conditions, no contractual obligations, no binding promises. But wait, it doesn't stop there. The filings suggest Cam benefited from the collaboration. That participation helped his visibility. That there was enthusiasm, not resistance. Translation in gossip language? That reads like, he should be grateful. And hip-hop fans instantly felt the sting. because framing a legend as someone who needed the boost, that's subtle disrespect with heavyweight impact. This situation reignited an old conversation about J.Cole's public persona. For years, Cole has been viewed as hip-hop's introspective thinker, the grounded superstar, the rapper who rides bicycles, drives modest cars, and delivers wisdom-heavy verses. But critics argue something different. They say Cole's calm image masks calculated competitiveness, that beneath the humility lies sharp awareness, strategic positioning, precision moves, and suddenly, fans are revisiting past moments. Interviews, lyrics, industry interactions. Was Cole always this measured? Or has the industry simply mistaken restraint for innocence? Because this response, it doesn't exactly scream passive. While legal fireworks were lighting up behind closed doors, Cole's public-facing activities painted an entirely different picture. Meeting fans, letting supporters rap for him, maintaining that relatable, down-to-earth aura, driving that famously discussed civic. It's almost cinematic. On one side, courtroom tension. On the other, community engagement. That contrast fascinates observers because it highlights Cole's greatest strength: image management without theatrics. No Twitter meltdowns, no IG live rants, just controlled narrative presence. Here's where things get brutally real. In public discourse, emotion often dominates. Fans align with personalities, legacies, vibes. But courts? Courts operate on evidence, documentation, proof. And legal analysts watching this case keep repeating the same warning. If promises weren't written down, proving them becomes uphill warfare. Unless Cam produces concrete communications, the legal battlefield may heavily favor Cole's defense. And that possibility? That's where tension truly lives. Because perception and legality are not the same thing. Veterans of the culture have seen variations of this drama before. Handshake deals gone wrong, creative collaborations souring, business misunderstandings turning personal. From sample clearance wars to feature disputes, hip-hop is no stranger to these conflicts. But this situation feels different, because both names carry serious cultural weight. This isn't newcomer drama. This is legacy-level friction, and legacy disputes always hit louder. One phrase from the defense filing caught immediate attention: with prejudice. For casual observers, that may sound technical. For legal minds, that's nuclear language. It essentially signals intent to shut the door permanently. No revisiting, no refiling, no second chances. In gossip translation, that reads like, "end this," completely. And fans instantly sense the aggression beneath the professionalism. Because legal wording can be colder than any diss track. At this stage, the culture sits in suspense. Cameron's narrative, J.Cole's legal stance, two completely different realities colliding. And eventually, only one version survives scrutiny. Because courts don't care about fan loyalty. They care about proof. But outside the courtroom, perception already shapes legacy, reputation, narrative dominance. So now the real question hangs heavy. Who misremembered events? Who misunderstood expectations? Or who strategically reframing history? One thing is undeniable. This isn't rap beef. This is reputational chess. And the next move could redefine how fans view both icons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.